hold me.
Oh, you're a shameless spectacle. The whole plant's talking, you know.
I know. But hold me anyway.
You should hear him at the clubhouse. In the locker rooms, how they're whispering.
Shameless, I know. I've tried not to be. For 13 years I've tried. Before me.
All right.
No, don't. Not that. Not ever that.
Now listen, everybody. Listen, everybody. Quiet.
Quiet! The boss wants to make a speech. Now, quiet!
All right, it's corny. A party on the 4th of July. So I'm a corny guy. Seriously, though, I do want to make a speech. After all, I'm entitled.
Let's go on 20 years later.
Let's go to the cabin. We'll be at the lake in an hour.
Now? Leave now?
Sure, I got the key in my pocket.
You're serious, aren't you?
Certainly. Let's go live a little.
What about the children?
Oh, Virgie's taking care of them. They'll be all right.
The day off tomorrow.
Give her the next 2 Sundays off.
All right. I'll get my wrap. Phone home.
Okay, scoot.
I wasn't going to tell you until next week, but, well, Gossett Aircraft. You've probably all heard the rumor anyway.
Oh, excuse me.
April 1st.
Where can I find a telephone?
Oh, in the game room, sir. Down the hall, down the stairs.
Their designs and
Thanks for both.
Yes, sir.
Now, it won't interfere with our contracts with the government, but it will put us in commercial design, and that's what we've been trying for, all right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shatner. Colin Shatner.
Ed me. It's been a long time.
9 years.
9 years. What do you know? He's still in the Air Force?
Still with the same old firm.
Hey, you must have a star by now.
Oh, one better.
Oh, Major General, huh? Isn't that wonderful? Hey, wait a minute. The liaison man from the Pentagon. Is that you?
Well, somebody's got to make sure you don't forget to put wings on your planes.
I'm tickled pink. Hey, we got to have a night at the house. My wife cooks the best veal piccati in town. You remember that little restaurant outside the airstrip in Italy?
Oh, Poncione's? Yeah, it's still there. At least it was last year. You ought to see our old air base at Rieti. It's a grape vineyard now.
You went back?
Yes, I've been over Italy enough times. I figured I'd like to see what it looked like from the ground. Yeah, I made the cook's tour. Rome, Milan, Venice. It was a lake country that got me, though. I went there, Shatner. Sasavecchio. Funny why I'd do a thing like that. It's not on my conscience. Maybe it's because it's the one thing out of the war that I could never quite figure.
How long does it take for a fellow to say goodnight to his wife?
I know what you mean. Been trying to get Washington all night. Hey, it's quite a place the old man's got here.
Oh, he's a wonderful fellow. Deserves it.
When'd you start with him?
Right after the war, he gave me a job as a test pilot.
Still flying, huh?
No, I sit behind a desk now, 3 or 4 secretaries.
You ought to see it, Shatner, what's left of that village. I swear you couldn't have done a better job if you'd have hit it on purpose.
Now, what gave you an idea like that?
Oh, no, of course not. I just mean you ought to see it.
Hello. Hello, look, I've been trying to get this phone for the last 10 minutes. Yeah, Colin Shatner. This is very important. Yes, please do. I'd appreciate it.
On a hill up from the lake, there's a mound of earth about 40 feet long, covered with moss and weeds, and 31 crosses.
9 years ago. Sasavecchio, over the climax. Plane shot up. We bailed on it.
Francesca.
It is not too bad. Get Gino.
I tedeschi! Nascondetelo!
The Germans.
Machen Sie die Tür auf. Vielleicht versteckt sich der Kerl im Keller.
Capitato, per l'amore del cielo, io non voglio mica mettere a repentaglio la vita della mia famiglia. Mi creda, capitano.
Alles durchsuchen.
Where is he? What do you think of that? Nobody knows. Not a thing. What have they told you, ragazza, huh? What have you seen? Tell me. Huh? Tell me. All that you've seen for a piece of chocolate. Huh? Giuliano. Quite a convention.
The man is old. He likes to play chess where it is warm.
What's with the girl, the young one?
Liliana? Her father owns the inn. She goes as she pleases.
And the other?
Francesca. She works for me.
In the innkeeper's wine cellar?
I sent her for cognac. Some of my wines I keep here.
So nobody knows. Not a thing. A parachute comes down in the woods. An American parachute half buried in dirt. And nobody even knows of the flyer who wore it.
No, they do not seem to.
Nor yourself.
I know nothing. Of course.
Nothing. Always nothing. A convoy bearing men and arms to me has exploded off the side of the mountain. And nothing. 2 of my men on patrol are found with their throats cut ear to ear. And nothing. A parachutist comes down in the woods. And again, nothing.
Captain Dichter, I have always cooperated with you.
Correct me! If you think nothing is cooperation, Herr Giuliano.
I have helped you. I have opened my villa to you.
Your villa? Ah, yes. Your villa. It was built in the Renaissance, wasn't it?
Yes.
By your forefathers. Handed down generation to generation.
Yes?
A lasting monument to your heritage.
Mm-hmm.
That easily it comes down. Unless the whereabouts of the flyer are made known to me. You may take your time about it, Herr Giuliano. Shall we say 24 hours?
We fool them, signore. We fool them. This one.
Questo è per voi, signore.
Oh, I wish I had some way to thank you.
Dammi l'orologio.
My watch?
Oh, no. No, no. What will it be? For her, for you, for all of us here, if she was caught with an American watch? Liliana, you go to bed. Go to bed.
Strange people. Knock my brains out in the woods and save my life in a wine cellar.
You could have been a fascist. Up there in the woods in the dark, a Nazi. The people who found you, they had no way to know.
Well, I admire the way they inquired.
Ah, the wounded is not so bad.
You know, if I'm caught out of uniform, I can be shot.
If you're caught in uniform, we can be shot. Theirs, we burn. All of them. Your identification, prego.
It's a picture of my wife.
I'm sorry, we burn everything.
Tutto fatto.
Bravo. What's the name of this village?
Sasso Vecchio.
I suppose it's asking too much, but how do I get out of here?
No.
The Nazis, they know you're here. They're looking all over for you. Victor, you saw him.
I heard him when I was in here.
Once he caught a parachutist, a Frenchman. He was half dead in the hill. He put him in the square in a cage. He was better off when he died.
The Nazi pig.
They thought to kill him, but they're no more than thoughts. He's never alone, always with his men or up in the villa.
See, the villa. Giuliano's villa. Another one for the grave Giuliano, eh?
You know why he lets them stay up there.
Giuliano was the other man here, wasn't he, with the Nazi?
Uh-huh.
Who is Giuliano?
No one, nothing.
Who is he?
He lives in a villa up the hill.
Signore, this one, all her life, she see no one of us, but only Giuliano.
Non è vero.
Non è vero, eh? My secret Giuliano, flower of my dream.
For years, I worked for him. Nothing more. Nothing more.
Ma smettila, va, smettila.
For years, before the war, since I was a child, I worked for him and his wife, while she was alive, an English woman. She taught me English.
E ciao Giuliano, se t'avrà sotto la mano, eh?
Zitto, zitto! When the Nazis come, Giuliano, he opened the doors to his villa, gave them rooms. To protect us. For us! Only
Only what?
Dolfo and the others, they say other things.
Like what?
He's a wealthy man with much and only himself to protect.
Well, there's no need to worry. He was here with the Nazi. They saw nothing.
The Nazis saw nothing. Giuliano, he does not have to see to know. He has known us all our lives. I've seen it happen before. He can see a thought in our faces.
What do you think he'd do if he knew I was here? Well, not you, Dolfo. You, Francesca. What do you think he'd do?
He's been a good man to all of us. Since a child,
What do you think he'd do?
Boca grande.
Adolfo, what about Giuliano?
Leute, ein Amerikaner hat sich hier versteckt. Wir müssen ihn finden. Du suchst die Häuser, jedes Haus. Aber gründlich. Kein Haus auslassen. Mach schnell.
Come with me. Hurry.
What's the matter?
They've started searching the village again. Hurry.
Alle! Los! Nehmt das Ding die Waffe! Ganz gesindel werden! Oh, die Amerikaner sind versteckt! Los! Hängt drüber an, hier! Sindel! Los, gehen! Gehen die Wand schnell! Nicht raus! Einfangen! Geht! Hat ganz Leute durch! Schnell! Los! Hier aufstellen! Komm, los! Schnell, rüber an! So! Sindel, los! Bring ihn rüber, hier! Die Kamen sind versteckt! Los! Los, rüber an die Wand! Alle!
All of them dead, all of them.
Oh, but when?
Who told them? Who informed? Giuliano? Was it Giuliano? Someday, Giuliano. How, I don't know, but someday. If it takes me the rest of my life. Francesca! Francesca! I worked my way through the enemy lines and back to the base. A couple of weeks later, I got my chance. A new plane, a new crew, and another mission over the Carnix.
Crossing into Austria, sir.
Roger, Adolf. Pilot to crew. We'll be diving down to 14,000. Stay on oxygen.
Captain, port engine.
Port engine's gone. Take over, McAllister. McAllister, take over.
You think we'll make it, sir?
We'll try to make it back on one engine, but we'll have to go in low. We'll be pigeons for fighters. If they try to take us, they'll have to jump us from the top.
Can't go in too low, sir. There are mountains down there.
I didn't put them there at all. Pulling out of formation.
Dropping. We'll never make it unless we unload.
Leave those bomb bay doors alone.
We can't make it with this weight, sir.
We're 200 miles inside of occupied Italy. Those frags will light us up all the way to Milan.
We're running out of air. We're flying into a box. A lake, there's a lake!
Open the bomb bay doors.
Standing by for jettison.
Leave them alone, I'll do it.
Hill's coming in fast, sir, coming in. Sir, there's in front of us a town. A town!
Not a town. Just you, Giuliano.
Dear God, town. We've hit a town.
All right, let's start at the beginning of this thing, Shatner.
We were in formation, 18,000 over the Carnix.
I said the beginning.
Well, where would that be?
4 weeks ago, the Lausanne raid. The night you were jumped by fighters. That was over the Carnix. Wasn't it?
Yep.
Starboard wing tanks punctured. Losing fuel, you ordered your crew to jump. Flew on yourself as far as you could to draw enemy recon away from your men. Over Lanigo, fuel exhausted, you bailed out. 10 days your crew worked its way back through the lines. A week later, you.
That's right.
You came in here and I talked to you. You weren't the same guy. I watched you. I saw it in your face. You changed. Not a mark on you, but something. Those 3 weeks back in the lines, you changed. I offered you 10 days in Rome.
It wasn't needed.
Days you could have had. Not one man here would resented you for it. The others took it, you know. You crawled up the walls for a new plane, crew, the first mission out. So I gave it to you. A crew, a ship, a pack of green kids. 2 hours out, an engine goes.
Those things happen.
How?
How do I know how?
You know how, Shatner. You knocked it out. Oh, don't tell me. 1 hour after you landed, we checked that engine and it functioned perfectly.
It was running like a meat chopper.
That's the oldest wheeze in the game for ducking a raid. Lean the mixture and you'll tear a wing off unless you're cut and feather.
You think that's what I did? Ducked a raid, huh?
You wouldn't be the first to sprout chicken feathers. List would run up my arm, good men. None more entitled than you after 2 years in Africa and here. But
That's not the way it happened.
but to try to make it look like something else. Cutting an engine. Blocking yourself from a direct return flight over the mountains. Jeopardizing your crew. 5 men while you try to work your way out and over. With 1.5 tons of frags in your belly. And jettisoning low enough to blow your tail off. And blasting a town that has as much to do with this war as it...
That's not the way it happened.
Just look at the pictures. Men, women, and children, Shatner. What's the name of the place?
Sasavicchio.
Not a thing left. Nothing. Not one sign of life. Tell him.
We circled for 20 minutes. Nothing.
You're You're as good a man as I've ever had here, Shatner. Ever. I guess I owe you something for that. But this other thing. There's a C-54 out for the States at 1600. You're on it.
Shepherd Field, huh?
Reassigned training command. Your MSR will carry your version of this, not mine. That's the way the word will go out of here.
Thanks, Ed.
It's not all that much of a favor. That town, I'd hate to live with that the rest of my life. That's all.
Ed?
Something bothering you, son?
Doesn't add up.
You don't buy his story, do you?
No, I don't. I don't buy yours either. Look at it. A line. A direct line from where he pulled out of formation through the worst terrain in the Alps with a full load of bombs and a cut-off engine. Why, Ed? If he was so thick to get back, why didn't he jettison then, right off? Why did he wait?
Because of that German fighter squadron at Lines. What he told his crew.
The squadron was gone, pulled north a week ago.
He didn't know.
He knew. He was told at briefing. Right into the gorge. Low. Then, happening, just happening, dropping the bombs himself to hit a town. That town. Not another around for 30 miles.
What are you after, Sam?
Nothing I'll repeat outside this room. I'll call you a liar right to your face if you claim I said it. I can't prove it. I can't begin to think of a reason for it. But I think Shatner knew that town was there. I think he went for it.
Went for it? Why?
To do just what he did. To blow it off the face of the map.
I did do it on purpose, but not to kill a town. Just one man, Giuliano, and I'd do it again.
Not that there aren't any people there now. There are a few. They came up from the valleys after the war. There's a guy there. Funny thing about him, he was there the night of the bombing. Somehow he survived it. He lives in a villa up on a hill. He restored the villa after the war. His name is Giuliano something. Giuliano.
Giuliano.
Collie, I said goodnight to J.B. and Sarah and told them we'd slip out the back. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll see you at the plant. I'll give you a call. Excuse me.
Collie, who was that man? You were very rude to him. You didn't even introduce him.
I'm sorry, Betty. We won't be going to the lake tonight.
Why? Is there something wrong with the children?
Oh, no. It's just that I have to fly out in the morning and be gone a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks? But where?
Italy. A little unfinished business. Something I missed. On the hill up from the lake, a mound, 40 feet long, 31 crosses. People massacred. The whole village. That child. Jeannie. Francesca. All because of one man. Giuliano.
'Alzate. 'Alzate.
Pio? What is it, Pio?
It is nothing, Senora. Nothing.
I have long wondered what you were like, Mr. Shatner. I imagined you to be many things, but never a fool.
9 years.
A long time. For you and for me.
From a hill in that square there, I saw it. 31 people massacred, machine gunned to death. Even a little girl I knew. All dead. Even the little girl, the whole town dead because of one man, you.
So now you came back to complete what you failed to do that night with your plane. It was not a difficult thing to tell who it was and why.
You knew. You knew I was in that cellar. You told them.
I knew you were there. I told no one. Now let me say this to you. But listen to it. This town, those people, no matter what they thought of me, they were my life. I know how it looked to them. Me willingly allowing the Germans to live in my villa. I had to do it, and I would do it again. Why? To try and prevent what happened. What you saw happen with your own eyes. The needless waste of 31 innocents who had nothing to do with the war. I would have given my life if that could have stopped it.
Your life. You gave my name to save it.
I gave nothing.
But they let you live. You alone.
They thought it was I who told them.
They thought.
An envelope was sent to them. My name was on the envelope. In it were these.
My dog tags. Picture of my wife.
Yes. They were lost, no doubt, perhaps in the woods. But they were found, and they were sent to the Germans.
In your envelope. Why in your envelope?
To put the blame of the thing onto me. What else?
Why?
I don't know. Francesca and I have often wondered about it.
Francesca. She was killed with the rest of them.
I begged for her life. They gave her to me as reward for patriotic service.
Patriotic service?
She stayed with me until the war was over. Then we were married.
Where is she now?
Upstairs.
I'd like to see her.
It is late. Perhaps in the morning.
I'll be gone in the morning.
All right. But after that, you leave.
Right.
Come with me. Her room's at the top of the landing.
I'd like to see her alone if I may.
I would appreciate your being brief.
I'll be very brief. Francesca.
You?
It's been a long time, Francesca.
He lied to you. Someone lied to you. Whatever they've said.
He doesn't even know. He thinks someone found them, someone else.
Someone found them, yes, that's what he said. True, it's true.
Nobody found them. I gave them to you alone, to burn.
Someone found them, in the ashes, in the fire.
You never threw them in the fire.
I did! I threw them! I did!
Look at them. There's a picture of my wife there. Look at it. It isn't even scorched.
I helped you escape.
Because I was the only one who knew where those tags came from. Judas got a fistful of silver. What did you get?
I did it all for him, for Giuliano. You must believe me. Ever since the girl, Giuliano, this villa, everything would have been destroyed if he didn't tell where you were. I heard the Germans in the wine cellar tell it to him. What would happen if he didn't tell where you are? So in his name, I told them and I showed them proof to save him, this villa, everything.
And 31 people died for it. Get up.
Oh, please pity me. Please.
I can't. Get up.
You want to kill me and I'm already dead. Look at me. Look at me. Useless. Crippled. A plane came over with bombs. Oh, please. There was so little I wanted. So little of life. Oh, please.
When I think of all that I have to offer her, and all of it wasted, nothing of it for her to enjoy, I try what I can, of course.
About Francesca, there is something...
No, Mr. Shatner. No regrets. Not this late. What happened was... It was the war. All of us did inhuman things. The tragedy is that the innocent, the courageous, they were the ones to be punished. The 31 in the grave, my wife. Beautiful people, brave people, like my Francesca. So little of life she really wanted. I must go to her. Goodbye, Mr. Shatner.
Goodbye, Giuliano. So little she wanted, so little she has.